A fae encounters a cheerful, happy-go-lucky traveler in its woods. Thinking it has an easy victim, it asks for a name. Sure. It's incomprehensible eldritch noise. With the tree's barks beginning to bleed and eyes appearing in the leaves, the fae realizes it's in over its head. Oh, which name would you like? The human smiled and leaned against a tree. The fae with 1,000 names chuckled. He loved this part, the back and forth, especially with a target that seemed to know the game. The ones that thought they could get one over him were always the most delicious. Let's start with your most recent name, no harm in that, right? He said with a disarming smile, allowing some of his fae features to come out. Why not? Bright butterfly wings that somehow were solid and yet passed through his clothes faded into existence. Zris the human didn't appear fazed by the wings appearing, he didn't even glance at them. He felt the name come to him, felt the power begin trickling in. Excellent, but that isn't your real true name, is it? He pulled on the power and frowned for just a second. Zris should have felt that, should have been losing power already. Tell me another name, what is your true name, what your soul name is? I can't tell you, the man who used to be called Zris said with a bored voice. Oh? The fae drifted closer, smiling disarmingly as he came within arm's reach. Having one name was enough to prevent any attacks, or at least he'd be able to feel it coming. The entity previously known as Zris opened his eyes and looked deeply into Tyne's. A name spilled out, forming into pure knowledge and therefore power within the fae, but the name was not simple, nor a name. It was something else, something that even his kind was not meant to understand. He saw the universe, the multiverse, outside the multiverse in those eyes. And somewhere in that sea of knowledge and power he saw him, Zris, along with millions of his true names. But he couldn't control him. Zris reached towards him with his true form, and Tyne took it willingly. Dash. Zris smiled as he handed the vial to the demon wearing the silver scale on his left breast. Tyne won't be bothering anyone else, here are the names he borrowed, I'm sure you can return them to their proper owners. The demon wanted to ask what happened to the fae, but was too terrified to ask. He just nodded while taking the vial and watched the human, or what looked to be a human, walk back towards the docks.